Hey guys, Taro here, bringing you another match today. This one's actually a live game I saw on the live streams list, so I figured I'd give it a crack. It's between TheMachine from the General's Gentleman. He's playing as Wehrmacht. I watched the stream yesterday and he's trying to get to rank 50 Wehrmacht, and he did, and then he tried to play one more and he lost. So I imagine he's trying to claw his way back up to rank 50 again, or higher. And he's playing up against GoldenPath, who many people think is a smurf of some sort. Nobody knows the identity of this mysterious player. There have been quite a few matches with him uploaded. Him playing Love Nest and Paul and a couple others. So he can match it up with the best. And he's playing a Soviet Union. His loadout is guard motor coordination, shock rifle frontline, and mechanized support, which seems to be the most popular Soviet loadout now since the most recent patch. TheMachine, on the other hand, is playing Lightning War, mobile defense, and spearhead. So he's got two Tiger doctrines in there, and mobile defense, which can be handy in a pinch. And we see he's wiring off this approach to his fuel. Will make it slightly harder for him to contest that munitions point, but I guess he really values that fuel safety. And it has also slowed down his capping of the fuel. Looks like he's sending his two Grenadier squads to contest this munitions. These command engineers are just capping away. He's gone for 3 Grents. Here's TheMachine. First engagement, Grenadiers versus combat engineers. Combat engineers are getting into this garrison, and Grenadiers decide to move out of range. Combat engineers jump back out of the house. Bit of peekaboo going on here. Grenadiers now capping this. Pioneers putting down some wire to try and reinforce his fuel position. And he is pumping out a MG42 right now. It's just arriving on the field. 2 Grenadiers now firing on these combat engineers. They jump out of the house and sit behind there. Really, it's more of a delay tactic than anything else. There's no way that they can do anything except delay those Grenadiers. Scripts Ura, close the distance. Drop one model. Looks like they're losing quite badly. Combat engineers finally get pushed away, may get wiped on retreat. Depends how this engagement up here goes. Maybe now these Grenadiers here can fire on the retreating combat engineers and wipe them. Let's have a look. He moves to chase. Engagement going on in the centre. No, they get away alright. Oh no, MG42 gets flanked, but conscripts, I think they ran into the bunker radius slightly there, and she got suppressed that way. Fortunate for TheMachine there. It's a lucky break. His Maxim could have been in serious trouble otherwise. Well, serious trouble, I mean, would only have to retreat a short distance, but he certainly would have lost control of his fuel for a lot longer had that have happened. Things are looking alright for TheMachine so far. It's got decent control of the map, especially as Wehrmacht. You usually expect to have quite a bit of trouble in the early game against the Allies. Looks like these conscripts try and take a long path, trying to flank this MG42, and looks like they're successful in fact as well. MG42 spots them, tries to set up. Will they clear the AoE in time? Yep, the Ura. The 2 Grenadiers here to support, and no more conscripts. All the other conscripts are returning from base. Looks like he probably will decap the fuel. that'll be about it. The conscripts are nowhere near close enough to support. And there we go. Machine has taken up cover in this sandbag position, but 3 squads conscripts will overwhelm this. And at this point the machine may consider trying to play for the other munitions point. 3 squads conscripts is very hard to deal with. He needs his MG42 to try and get some suppression on them. Otherwise he doesn't really stand much of a chance. And there's an early fuel cache going up for GoldenPath. So he feels like he's got a bit of breathing room, can afford to put up a fuel cache. And I wonder if that means we'll be seeing tier 3, maybe a fast T70. Maybe we will. Minesweepers on these combat engineers. I wonder if they'll be going to clip this barbed wire. Probably. A bit too early for telemines, and doesn't even matter. We got 221, not upgraded. He doesn't have the munitions to do so. He's got an LMG on his Grenadiers and a Minesweeper, so that's good. He's not going to be caught unawares by any TM35 mines from the Soviet player. Still, he really needs to get a hold of his munitions ASAP. Munitions are so important as well. Really need those MGs on everything. Rifle grenades. I mean, you got to upgrade your vehicles with auto cannons and MGs on your tanks, and then of course there are all the commander abilities such as frag bombs or maybe Stuka close air support, smoke. You know, they all cost munitions. AT grenades have been ticked, and conscripts get 1 nade off, but luckily the pioneers are right on hand to repair that damage. Will mean that it won't be able to chase the squad though, and they were quite low. If they hadn't have done that, they probably would have got chased down and killed. So it was a good choice by GoldenPath throwing that AT nade. He's fielded his first shot set of guards, and he has selected guard motor. Bit surprised. I might have thought we would see maybe the 152 on this map. 152 can be quite good at pretty much lock down this whole center channel quite effectively, especially if you mine up your flanks. But gonna see guard motor, which is probably the most popular doctrine since the patch. That or tank hunter tactics. Shock rifle frontline didn't really suffer, but it's just it's not as popular anymore. Didn't suffer any nerfs I can remember, at least. 3 greens, scout car, MG42, Panzer Grenadiers. This is all of the machine's army coming up to engage these conscripts. They're desperately trying to put down some sandbags while they're being fired upon. This is not going well at all. That squad retreats, that squad's suppressed, guards are suppressed. Oh man, this was a disaster for GoldenPath. I don't know what he's doing sticking around here. He's just going to bleed manpower. That is one problem when you concentrate your army. You can be a bit susceptible to your opponent concentrating their army and that being even more powerful than yours. And that was the case there. The machine with the LMG Greens, some MG42 and Scout Car supporting with the fresh P Greens. That was definitely the superior army, and that's what happens if you go for the early fuel cache. We do see tier 3 going down indeed. I wonder if we will be seeing a T70. It's a bit late for a T70. He's had the fuel for a while. He could put up a T34-85. I mean, not 85. 76. Not quite as good at chasing squads, but a bit more durable. Scales better into the late game. Medium late game at least. All these conscripts may get wiped on retreat. That scout car, there's just nothing in its path to stop it. Maybe he needs to send these squads over here to help. He's late. The guards are coming now. And oh, they just get away there. Oh my god, they're so lucky for GoldenPath. He continues to do some nice harassment on the machine's munitions though. It's troublesome for the machine. He set up his MG covering the whole of the center VP. And there is one thing that the machine has managed, is pretty good VP control.
The enemy is taking our territory.
Hasn't bled too much in terms of VPs, so he's got plenty of time. Plenty of time up his sleeve. Scout car and MG versus guards and conscripts. They all get suppressed, and oh, Pegrins at close range on the conscripts, doing some nice damage there. Looks like he's going to go for the cut-off maneuver, which is a bit surprising. He could sit behind these sandbags here, make it harder for these conscripts to approach, and maybe make some progress on their munitions point. He has fielded the pack. Maybe he did scout through the fog of war, see that tier 3 structure going up, so he's prepared for a vehicle. And we're actually seeing half-track. Okay, so this is a bit unusual. You don't usually see half-tracks from Soviet players. Oh, there's a mine there, and it looks like it's been swept by these combat engineers. May get wiped here if he's not paying attention. Skarka could chase on. There it goes. Down goes that combat engineer squad. First wipe of the game, I believe. This scout car with no autocannon upgrade almost seems to be doing better damage than it does with the autocannon, at least for his infantry. Surprising. Surprising. You always never see people not upgrade it, and I mean it seems to go alright, to be honest. That barbed wire did indeed get cut by those combat engineers. Oh, got the anti-air package, the quad mount, on that half track now, so that'll be, well, the Krautmower as it's also known. It'll beef up his firepower. There's a lot of munitions, but he has had pretty good munitions control so far, so he can afford to drop a bit of munitions. Also allows him to do some forward reinforcement. He's a bit lacking on infantry squad, so if you look at how much infantry the machine has compared to GoldenPath, all that manpower put into that fuel cache and then the tech structure. Oh, nice hit by the pack. Oh, I think that half track may go down here. He's trying to juke behind these trees here. Don't know. Oh, miss! Will he get clear of the arc of fire? It doesn't matter. I think he's going to load up another Panzerfaust. No, he doesn't have the munitions for another Panzerfaust, and he stopped there anyway. That was really weird. AT grenade on the 221, but it's not going to do too much. I don't know what was going on with that half track. Conscripts who are in from the side doing a flank. And the machine might have heard that audio cue. Oh, could be AT nade on the scout car, knocking it out finally. Does get suppressed. Doesn't have the munitions. Didn't have the munitions after using those URAs. He didn't have enough munitions for the AT grenade. Oh my god. That went horribly wrong for GoldenPath there. Oh man. Usually Soviet, you don't really have to worry about munitions for AT grenades. You don't have much to spend your munitions on, but that quad mount actually costs 120, similar to the flame upgrade on the Ostia half track, and as a result he's in a bit of a hole munitions wise. Wonder if he's put some DPs on his guards as well.
We are losing supplies to the enemy.
I think that's a DP there. Yep, yeah, there's DP there. Two DPs. Grenade easily dodged by those P-Goons. Guys trying to move to this side to deny the P-Goons cover, but this is really just like optimum range for the Panzer Grenadiers to be engaging it. And as a result, they shred those guards. Guys probably would have been better trying to maybe stay at range, or at least not repositioning while they were in range of the Panzer Grenadiers' fire. Maybe if they backed out, came back around the side and came back from this angle. Either way, a slight misplay there by GoldenPath. Oh, Grenadiers run over a mine there. Doesn't do too much damage, just 2 model losses from that squad there. 2 squaddies down. The machine's taken up stronghold behind these Soviet sandbags. I bet he's regretting putting those down now. Surprising spot to put them in. Probably better to put them like right on the edge here, in this direction, but oh well. Mass infantry swarm here coming in from GoldenPath. He's bleeding a lot, but he probably will be victorious. It's just far too many troops here. Oh, another mine. Yeah, more mines? Oh, he isn't. Wiper squad? Don't think so. There's a mine there. Any other mines around here? Yeah, there's one there. A lot of mines, no demo charges. So that's where the rest of his munitions went. Still, this half track hasn't been repaired. Looks like this. He's had enough of running over mines, though. He's upgraded the hazard removal package. Still hasn't repaired the scout car, though. Doesn't have that much of a role to play at the moment, but could certainly be useful for scouting. Has great vision radius, I believe. Yeah, Vet 2 gives it improved line of sight range, so definitely scales into the late game in that manner. And we do see tier 3 ticked, and here's a Panzer 4 from TheMachine. Oh, conscripts Ura in from the back. Looks like they're going to knock out that 221. They could probably knock it out with small arms fire, but they're hell bent on throwing an AT grenade. Oh, destroyed engine! Oh my god. Will this thing ever die? Oh, they can't even hit it. There it goes, finally! And he's going to pay for it with this conscript squad. I think that's going to get chased down by the Panzer 4. Guards coming in down here from the side. Yep, next squad of conscripts does indeed fall. And GoldenPath is quite spread out. He's floating a lot. He wants to save up for his T-34-85s, and he's pretty much there. At that point, he may have a good window. There's a Telemine down here as well. He's up against 1 Panzer 4 and 1 pack. And T-34-85s should be able to do quite well against that. Machine probably needs another pack right now if he wants to deal with these incoming 85s. Grenadiers versus guards. Guards closing the distance for some reason. They're just, and then they drop one of their guns, and oh man, this, oh, and then it gets picked up by the grenadiers, and then they, that's the guard pinata right there in full display, dropping all their weapons and generally being not much good. As a return to some pre-patch action. But that was, I think he might have misplayed there. You should, especially when you got squads with LMGs, like LMG Grenadiers or Guards. You should always like attack move rather than right click with them, because then as soon as they spot a squad, they'll start firing on it, and because they have an LMG, that should be a pretty good range for them to engage at, rather than just like blindly losing 1 or 2 models, running forwards, and then trying to fight from there. Okay, GoldenPath has split up his 85s, going for a 2-pronged attack. Gets spotted from this angle. Pack refaces. In comes the 85 from the other direction. No, he's stopped. Must be fog of war. Can't quite see each other. There we go. 85 fires on the Panzer IV marked vehicle. Two good shots. I don't know why these 85s aren't trying to follow up. Pack is here. There's the Grenadier squad here ready for the Faust. It looks like he wants to deal with that first. Now he needs to continue. Where's the other pack? Other pack's moving up to support the fresh pack. Looks like he may be content to try to knock out this pack. Call it a day. Repair his tanks and lick his wounds. Bit of a shame to use marked vehicle like this though. I'm surprised the machine doesn't cancel his pintle mount just in case he loses this Panzer IV. I don't know what he was thinking trying to recruit that pack right in the line of fire of all of these Axis infantry squads. Guards come up to support. Guards do alright damage against Panzer IVs when they have the marked vehicle going. But it looks like it's going to be a disengagement all round. It actually worked out pretty decently there for the machine. We can recrew that pack without too much trouble, and GoldenPath actually lost quite a few squad members trying to crew that and steal that pack, so not too shabby of an engagement for the machine there. Certainly when you have your 85s you want to make some big plays as soon as they come out, and it feels like maybe GoldenPath has lost his window of opportunity and now he's going to lose another conscript squad. Oh man, he's really having a bad run of it at the moment. Using vehicle crew self-repair on that tank. This one's got a destroyed engine, so it's limping back to safety incredibly slowly. Machine is busy repairing. Recruit this pack with Grenadiers.
We've captured it.
Decided he needed his pioneers for urgent repairs on his P4, and I agree with that decision. Guards, GoldenPath keeps sending in one lone squad. It just keeps going horribly wrong for him. This one's getting chased down by the Panzer IV. Probably not going to get wiped though. The machine may disengage upon seeing this other squad of guards. Couple PTR shots plinking off the armour there. Conscripts engaging these Panzer Grenadiers at pretty much optimum Panzer Grenadier range again. Oh, he retreats far too late again. I think there's like 4 wipes now. GoldenPath has really just lost so much infantry. Rifle grenade forces those guards to retreat. Pack getting some nice shots off on that T-34-85. This one's just about repaired. It's taken a long time. However, this one now needs to fall back for repairs, so maybe at this point he should try and use his T-34-85s as a bit of a counter-harassing tool. Operate on the flanks, try and avoid those packs. Deny this munitions and VP to the machine. The machine's put down a fuel cache himself. The fact that he hasn't built a second Panzer IV leads me to believe he's saving for a Tiger next. Still hasn't selected his doctrine though, he's up to 14 CP, so conscripts need to give him this cover if they want to stand any chance of facing up against these LMG and DP upgraded Grenadiers. You just need to just get in cover, GoldenPath. What are you doing? Okay, here he comes with the T-34-85 for support, sending that wounded squad off to do some capping. Not a bad idea. Oh, he's putting down 2 fuel caches. He really wants to ramp up his fuel economy, and he knows that he's got a pretty decent sized army. He can sit tight for a while. But he needs some more firepower if he wants to deal with these 85s, and that firepower will be in the form of a Tiger tank. would like to hold on to this fuel though. I mean, not this fuel, this munitions point. Oh, nice shot from the 85. Should follow. Needs to chase here. What's he doing? Needs to move that 85 forwards. What is he doing? This is a golden opportunity to knock out that Panzer IV. Oh my god. What was that? Now he's coming in from the side with a Zis and a Panzer IV. Oh, not Panzer IV, T-34-85. A lot of infantry squads here. It's probably going to get Fausted. He's going in deep for the pack. Doesn't have munitions for a Faust, in fact. Uh-oh. Panzer IV has to fall back for repairs. It's much too damaged, and he clears the pack. GoldenPath just trying to not get fired upon by that pack. I thought he was going to quit there for a second. I thought that was going to be game over. No. In comes the other 85 from the other direction. Oh, second pack gets cleared. Now the machine's in big trouble. Mass retreat here. Is that the required amount of fuel for a Tiger? We'll have the required amount of manpower very shortly. 6:30 I believe it is. So he needs to call that in right now. Try and stop the loss of these two pack guns. Really needs to hold on to those. One pack gets stolen. If he loses both of his packs, maybe if these 85s decide to run over there and destroy it, that would be a huge loss for the machine. He has selected lightning ore though. Lots of munitions intensive abilities here, and his munitions income has been quite poor this game. Capture mode on this T-34-85, but that's gonna leave it unable to defend against this Tiger, as it gives it a mighty shot for its first. Second shot's a good one too. Decides to disengage. There's too much firepower here. 285s and the pack. Marked vehicle going in. Oh, those grenadiers almost go down. They dropped that stolen DP though. Needs to reinforce these pyres so they can repair a bit quicker. T-34-85 decides to move in to engage. Panzer IV takes the first shot though. Soaks it up. Soaks up the second one. Tiger comes in for another shot. T-34-85 starts moving, and as a result it misses its last shot on the Tiger, but now the machine has two damaged tanks. Should really move them back in here so he can reinforce these pyre squads, get them repairing even faster. I wonder which tank he'll decide to repair first. Looks like guards finally managed to knock out that fuel cache, and then working their way over to this one, knocking out with their MG and their DP light machine guns and their PTRSs. Pretty decent damage to that, as you can see. Doesn't take them too long, but they get suppressed by the MG42 and they have to retreat. Oh, but here we go. This is a golden opportunity. He can recrew this pack here. And that could be the extra piece of the puzzle he requires to defeat these 285s. At the same time, GoldenPath has just about saved up for another pair of 85s, and oh, I don't know how this one's going to go. Pack gets a bit bold. I'm surprised he didn't try and retreat that. He may lose it right here already. He's trying to retreat from this 85. Luckily the 85 doesn't try and chase. Maybe he's worried about telemines or something. Was a telemine back here? I think that's what that 85 ran over while it was retreating, and that's why I had that destroyed engine earlier. The machine did decide to heal up the Panzer IV first, so that's back on frontline duty. I suppose it's a fair idea. It means it will turn even faster than the Tiger. Tiger's got so much health, it takes such a long time to repair. But that has been completed. The machine did field a third squad of Pioneers. Hazard removal package doesn't improve repair speeds for austere Pioneers, unlike the Stern Pioneer upgrade, so Not sure why he got all of those minesweepers. Probably only needs 1 or 2. 3's a bit of overkill. Is this position right here? Decides to reposition. Could die to this tiger. Oh, look at that shot! Oh, he wipes it in 1 hit. That's a big loss for GoldenPath. He's got this pack facing in this direction. Granted, he's coming from the side. Maybe they're hoping to get a Panzerfaust off. They've finally got the munitions for it now. No, he's just soaking up fire while he repositions his pack to fire on these 285s. Oh, he's got 2 packs in fact. Oh, maybe that's the stolen Zis. A lot of fire going on from all sides. Panzer IV's in a bit of trouble. This T-34-85 is certainly going down. Yet Panzer IV goes down. Main gun destroyed. And there it goes. Now, this pack has been doing just excellent work. Tiger doesn't want this Zis to get recruit. Decides he has to kind of try and fight it for a bit, but then decides against it. In comes the fresh 85s from the side. Where's that pack? Pack is repositioned to a more defensive position. Oh, that Zis gets a nice shot off. GoldenPath had sight of that because of the marked vehicle plane flying around. Zis moves in to try and fire on that Tiger. Tiger kind of exposing his rear armor here. Uh-oh. If I was him, I'd try and move it back here. Panzerfaust on that 85. This one's up to Vet 2 though, using the vehicle crew self-repair. He will have 3 85s. No, this one's about to destroy this pack. It's a good first shot off. Pack gets 1 in return, but that's definitely going to get cleared. Oh no. It was looking so good for the machine before he lost those 2 packs. And that one goes down. Training up another pack. He doesn't have many VPs to work with now. Down to 116. Manages to clear the Zis. 85 comes in. Supports. A Tiger comes in to support. Is that marked vehicle again? That's just almost permanent marked vehicle going on. Tries to seal the Zis right in front of the 85 and he pays the ultimate price. Down it goes. Tiger's getting repaired by all these players, but even they can't out-repair all this damage. Oh, target weak point by the veteran pack. This is 385s rolling right up to try and kill this Tiger. Oh, there it goes. Pack trying to fire on this 85. May get it. Gets that one. But I think that's it. Well, machine does have... I mean, it's close to enough fuel for another Panzer IV, but it doesn't really matter. You see how many resources GoldenPath has, and that's GG. It was looking pretty decent for the machine, to be honest. He got quite bold putting down 2 fuel caches. It did speed up his progress towards the Tiger, but I don't know about that choice. At the same time, he didn't have very good control of his munitions point, and that could have been one of the contributing factors, because he couldn't Faust those tanks when they were making that play over here, and that's when the machine lost both his tanks. If you don't have the munitions for a Faust, you, as you saw right then, you'll be sorely caught out. And I'd say that was the definitive engagement. Oh, the phone's going off. Anyway, if you would like your game to be cast by me, please check the video description below for the details to make that happen. Otherwise, I'll catch you for the next installment. Goodbye and good luck.